April rolled on, and we rolled over the hills to keep consistent at the cabin and get the ceiling done. And on one of the sunny days, we removed the covers on all the budding bushes and admired the flowers that were starting to pop up out of the banks. The air was still brisk enough for a fire in the wood stove, but the sun was warm on your cheeks and brought dreams of lush green forests. And the hundreds of tulips we planted last fall were beginning to emerge. And on this day, we were finishing the shiplap in the loft section before moving on to the final two larger sections.
Once we finish this part, I'm eating a little stuff.
This pizza looks almost better than country pie.
It's really good.
The crust is unbelievable.
I had to go.
And after great progress at the cabin, we stopped at the little red house to say hi and pick up the Patreon giveaway item from Momma Trout. And it always makes me happy to be on those banks, under that old oak tree, as the sun paints orange ripples in the water. And the first blooms of spring were popping up in the warmer areas. And there were cabin days where the wood stove was no longer needed. And before we'd get going on the ceiling, sometimes I'd clean up around the property little by little, as over time it would make a big difference, and building a spring campfire always reminds me of my childhood. And while I was collecting sticks, Allie was collecting birch sap to drink throughout the day. And once we got going, we'd catch a groove and work diligently and have so much fun working together. I was proud to watch Allie progress with all the tools and techniques and get far more comfortable with everything. When you put your mind to it and fully tune in, you can become good at anything you choose. It just takes time and practice. And at the end of this day, we took off the winter coverings and cleaned and organized the entire cabin and porch area to make it easier to keep the momentum going. Took one last trip to the sugar house before the season ended. And since my mom's birthday was a few days prior, I went back to the little red house after to give her her birthday present.
Come on, chickens, what are you doing? You guys aren't supposed to be up here and you know it, and you're pooping all over everything. She's big.
Cleaned up some of the stone walls that had been knocked by the plow, cleaned off the front porch, and raked the oak leaves out of her gardens. She told me the main stone wall by the oak tree had been slowly loosened over time by a little kid who would walk on it on his way to the school bus every morning. And it's funny how some things come full circle. And so my dad continued to clean off the porch while I raked away, and Hudson and Danko watched over the whole operation. And every pull of the rake revealed new life, waiting eagerly to meet the spring sun. and I grabbed the same orange clippers that I used to make trails with multiple decades ago, and thought about how the tools in your parents' garage are always older than you and never seem to fail. And I took my time and worked steady, happy to be outside and helping Momma with the white noise of the river over my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And the chickens were quite intrigued by the grub gold mine that had been unearthed. And with my back sore and my soul full, I got a big sandwich at the co-op and ate it down by the river in the afternoon sun. I was waiting for an answer from the farm owner who would be delivering a load of black gold to the cabin for our gardens. It's always a pleasure seeing Dickon, especially on a sunny Sunday afternoon, as he embodies my farm dreams. And on my way home, I was halted to a stop by the big red buds of the dreaming tree. The ultimate symbol of springtime in the high hills. And the place I always go, in every season, to remember who I am and where I came from.